Hello, this is Johnny Phillips here with Junior Achievement, where we prepare students to succeed in the global economy.
Hey, how you doing? This is Josh Eagle, Business Sales Manager with Verizon Wireless.
Josh, really appreciate you taking the time out of your day to have a quick conversation with me and share some insight for our students across the state. To start, can you share your job story? I mean, what do you do for a living? Maybe why you chose to do it, how you find yourself in a position?
Yeah, sure. So right now I am a business sales manager. What that entails is I have 6 reps that roll to me. We are zip code based. We handle small to medium business and some enterprise accounts. I started with Verizon 10 years ago in the retail channel. The reason why I chose this path, prior to that, I was in the fitness industry. I really like technology. I see where the future is headed, and I like sales. I like money, very money driven. So sales was the way for me, and Verizon was the company that backed it.
Nice. So you touched on being in different industries. Um, can you explain some of the different jobs you had, and kind of the different skills you learned from those different positions?
Yeah, sure. So I actually, when I was in elementary school, was kind of my first job mowing lawns. I was always there to be the guy to make the extra buck. Then I actually was a lifeguard. I became a lifeguard. I grew up in Monmouth County, New Jersey, so I'm right on the shore. I like to surf. I like to be in the water. So I started out as a lifeguard. I did that for throughout high school, and then I went to college to play baseball. Was there a year. Didn't work out too well with the baseball, so I ended up going to a community college, playing ball there. My father got sick, so we had to come back home. But what I'll say is after that, then I became really into fitness and being a personal trainer. So I got certified as a personal trainer. I started training with my best friend. He was my roommate. Ended up working at LA Fitness. It's a pretty large gym chain. I was just a personal trainer. Then I moved up the ranks there, became a personal trainer manager, and then I actually was a GM of a club in Turnersville, New Jersey. And then from there, I actually had 3 or 4 clubs in Monmouth County, Jersey, which would be Homedale, Toms River, and parts of Piscataway. So that's before I got to Verizon. My passion is really, I am very passionate about the fitness industry. I do like to, be in shape. And I do like, originally I was going to go for sports entertainment and management. So I was going to be, more of a agent. But like I said, here I am. And the nice thing about Verizon is I continue to do school. So I plan on graduating this year with a bachelor's. So thanks to Verizon, I've been attending the school for 3 years now, 2 years now. So again, ongoing learning, lifeguard, fitness industry, Verizon. Here I am.
Yeah, nice. Now you touch on some really important concepts we like to talk about in your team. Transferable skills and not being afraid to move industries. I actually worked for LA Fitness for a while in East Brunswick before I got this job, so I can definitely relate with that passion of fitness. I played soccer in college. Just turning that
Where
into
fitness in Jersey?
in East Brunswick.
Oh yeah. Do
Yeah.
you know Dustin Pigeon?
Justin Pitts,
Dustin Pigeon. He was one of the GMs over there.
uh, not off the top of my head at the time. My manager was Josh. Forget his last name. Josh and Ray was my
Huh.
VP. So it was a good time. I'm picking fitness right by my house. And I use those skills to transfer and pick up something different. So, thank you for touching on that. And thank you for sharing that.
No problem.
What advice would you give to your younger self if you could? If you go back and maybe give yourself one piece of advice, what would you say?
I would say that's a tough one. I would say stay humble. I think one of the biggest things that, and even when I was an athlete younger, that's kind of where, it brought me to where I was. But then when you get to a certain level, humility and taking direction. I mean, you were a college player, so you're not the biggest and the best. So I think humility and being able to take coaching at a higher level. I really feel that my goal ever since I was a little kid was to play Major League Baseball, and I think that would have definitely helped by understanding that, be humble, work hard, stay humble.
Definitely.
So I had the work hard piece, but sometimes, when you get a little bit of an ego.
Mm. I think you deserve a little bit more than you actually do. We all run into that every day, pretty much, right? You
Yep.
mentioned your first job being your mowing lawns, always being that person to earn the extra buck, lead the initiative. Can you explain a little bit how you made that happen, how you got your name out there, how you got hired to do some of this stuff?
Yeah. So, well, I door knocked. So I do what I did for a long time. I don't, I'm not a shy person, and I would, we'd be riding a bike and I'd see a lawn that wasn't cut, and I would do like, my prospecting. I would see some of the folks that were a little bit older that may not be able to do that, but can't afford a landscaping business. But it was a numbers game. I just didn't stop until, I made enough where it wasn't enough. And that was another thing too, that I'm never satisfied. And I think that's what brings me to my success, I think, and where I'll end up in my trajectory. I'm on the climb too within Verizon as well. And again, I think part of the success is that, I'm never satisfied.
Right? Always staying hungry, right? And being humble. That constant sales mentality will get you, very far if you're seeing yourself as a brand, seeing yourself as somebody that, has something to offer to a company or to a person. So thank you for sharing. That's big. You mentioned starting off getting your associate's degree. You went on to play college baseball. You mind sharing your education path just a little bit in terms of what you were majoring in and what you wanted to go ahead and do and what you're doing now currently in school through Verizon?
Yeah. So my original goal was to be into sports entertainment and management. I really wanted to work with athletes. Again, it's more of a sales thing too, because you are trying to negotiate contracts and get new players and things like that. So originally that was what I wanted to get into. And then when I came back, back to community college, I kind of wanted to get into business management. I wanted to open up my own personal training studio. So that was always the goal behind there. I still want to open up something on my own. So right now, like I said, I am continuing. Right now, it's business management. So I'm learning how to, become more professional, how to own a business, how to, business plan, management, everything that goes along with that. So doing good so far.
That's good, and good luck with everything that you're doing, and your side endeavors are a little hobby, not even a hobby, but what you're passionate about, keeping that in mind, and always being committed to following that and pursuing that. So thank you for that. And to end off, for any students who are following similar footsteps to you, stepping into the workforce, or even wanting to excel in sports, is there any resources or additional information you will put out there, places that people can look, or things that people can do to help themselves along this path?
Yeah, I would say, look at some of the top businesses to work for. Look at companies right now, especially we're in a pandemic. So what companies are thriving, who's hiring, but don't fail, and don't stop, and don't think that this is the only place for you. There are other companies out there. Now, yes, my path is to stick with a company like a technology company that, I can grow in. So my advice to someone like myself would be stick with go for the larger corporations. Small and medium business is definitely beneficial. But if you're looking to, it depends. If you don't like, being managed and you just want to do your own thing, then that's great too. But you got to understand, I've had multiple friends that have tried to open businesses, but the problem is it's 24/7. You don't stop. You have to make calls. You have to be the operations guy. You have to be the VP. You have to be the sales director. And it's just a lot. But when you have companies that, even small and medium business that have been established, it just gives you more long-term, success. But again, it really depends on your situation, your family. If you have kids, if you have relatives close by, so someone that's younger that doesn't have kids, I would say just go for it. Go for anything. Try it. Don't be afraid.
Right, get your foot in the door. It's the first thing you can do. Right, do some goal setting. Know where you stand and where you want to go. Really, really important. But Josh, I appreciate you for taking time out of your day to talk with us. You said time is one of the most valuable things you can give. So I'm sure, and I'm really excited to see how students can use your experience and your career path as a reference as they go forward to do the same. So,
All right.
thank you for speaking with me, and look forward to speaking with you in the future.
All right. Thanks, man. See you.